All right, let's dive into a technology that isn't just changing our world, it's actually rewriting the very code of life itself. We're talking about biotechnology.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Biotechnology. Sounds pretty complex, doesn't it? Kind of like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But what if I told you it's way, way closer to home than you think?
In fact, you've probably already interacted with it today. It's literally in the bread you eat.
It's woven into the very clothes you're wearing right now.
And, it's absolutely essential for the medicines that keep all of us healthy. So today we're going to pull back the curtain and break it all down. Simple as that.
So what is it really? Well, at its heart, biotechnology is just using living things, or even just parts of them, to make useful stuff for people. That's it. It's not magic, it's just biology, but put to work in some really clever ways.
And get this, we humans have been masters of biotech for thousands of years, a lot of the time without even realizing it. I mean, think about it. Making bread rise, brewing beer, fermenting cheese, all of those things rely on tiny little living organisms like yeast and bacteria to do the heavy lifting. That's ancient biotech right there.
But this is where we've taken a massive leap. See, for most of history, we used the traditional approach, working with the whole organism, like a chunk of yeast. We knew that it worked, but we didn't really know why. But today we've gone from being chefs to being computer programmers. We can now work directly at the genetic level with incredible precision, using tools like CRISPR, which basically acts like a find and replace function for DNA. This is the dawn of modern biotech.
And this quote just nails it. It really gets to the core of this whole revolution. Before, we waited for nature to give us what we needed. Now, we can program biology. We've gone from just being spectators to being the actual authors of life's code.
So what does this programming actually look like in our daily lives? Let's take a look at 4 key areas where biotech is already completely changing the game.
First up, let's talk about your health. Modern medicine as we know it is pretty much built on biotechnology. We've figured out how to turn tiny cells into microscopic factories that pump out pure insulin for people with diabetes. We use bacteria to create the antibiotics that save millions of lives. And of course, we design cutting-edge vaccines that protect us all. It's incredible.
Okay, next up, what's on your dinner plate? Trying to feed a planet of 8 billion people? Well, that is a huge challenge, and biotech is a massive part of the solution. We can now engineer crops that can survive a drought, we can enrich foods with vital nutrients, and we can seriously boost how much food we can grow without needing more land. And it's making our industry so much greener, too. We're programming microorganisms to create plastics that actually biodegrade. We're putting specialized enzymes in our laundry detergents that act like tiny little scissors, snipping away at tough stains like grass or blood. And we're developing sustainable biofuels to help power our world.
We're even using biology to help heal the planet itself, which is just amazing. Scientists have found bacteria that can literally eat oil spills, a natural cleanup crew for environmental disasters. Biotech is also making waste treatment more efficient and helps us spot pollution with unbelievable accuracy.
So all of this sounds pretty incredible, right? But when you have the power to literally rewrite the code of life, you have to ask a really, really important question. Is it safe?
This is a super important conversation to have, so we have to separate the myths from the facts. A big fear is around GMOs, genetically modified organisms. The worry is they might cause harmful changes in us. Well, the scientific consensus, after decades and decades of research, is that there is just no evidence for that. And then you have the whole designer baby idea, tied to tools like CRISPR. Look, while the tech is powerful, that idea is still firmly in the world of science fiction, not reality. It's being debated constantly, and there are super strict regulations about it all over the world.
So now that we've covered today, let's look ahead. Because what's just over the horizon, that's where things get really wild. We are, right now, learning how to program the future of life itself.
So what's coming? Well, first, picture this. AI joining forces with biology. AI can analyze biological data at speeds no human could ever hope to match, totally revolutionizing how we discover new medicines. Next up, personalized medicine. We're talking about treatments that aren't for the average person. They're tailored specifically for your unique DNA. And maybe the most mind-blowing of all, using our own cells to grow new organs in a lab. Just think about it. That could make transplant waiting lists a thing of the past.
And all of these incredible breakthroughs, they all circle back to this one central idea. We are learning to program life. We're moving from just reading the book of life to actually writing new pages.
And that brings us to the ultimate question. If we are becoming the authors of this new chapter for humanity, what stories should we write? The power to code a healthier, more sustainable world is literally right here at our fingertips. The question isn't, can we do it anymore? The question is, what will we choose to create?